Hello gaming fans, Wildchild here. Today we have this very cool video where we put Titanfall 2 versus Battlefield 1. It's a clash of giants right here in this gameplay. Very fun. So I got two gameplays. We're gonna be watching Titanfall 2 gameplay or footage, and then after this video Battlefield 1, and you get to decide which beta you like the most, which game you like the most based on your opinion. So I am going to try to avoid, even though we're going to do so at some point, to compare these to its predecessor. So I'm going to try to avoid to talk about Titanfall 1 because I didn't play the game, so I can't compare the two games. And the same thing, you know, with Battlefield 1, I'm going to avoid a little bit of a Battlefront, maybe Battlefield 4 comparisons, at least for a little while. So let's talk about just the beta experience, you know, how the game felt. So I want you to put yourself, even if you play Titanfall 1, right? Put yourself, you know, in the shoes of a newcomer like myself. You never played Titanfall and you jump into the Titanfall 2 beta. How do you feel? Like, wow. So to me, that's what I said. It was like, wow, this game feels like nice and smooth, like shooting, the mechanics. Even though I know people are sick of the wall running thing and all that stuff, but it just felt like nice and smooth. I thought it was pretty awesome, and I just felt like I played this game before. You know, I know it's another shooter game. These guys make Call of Duty 4, and to me that's what it felt like. You know, like Call of Duty 4 in the future. It just felt like that tightness of a game. You know, like Call of Duty 4 is, and to me that was just great. You know, so no complaints whatsoever when it comes to this game. Even though it's a beta, I know some issues, but I didn't run into any issues. So to me it was just like nice and smooth gameplay. Everything was good. Control was great. No lag, no nothing. Like everything was just like really good. So to me it was a successful beta. To me it was something that it really, I was impressed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just really impressed with this game, and to me it just I thought it was pretty awesome. I thought it was just great. You know, map layout, weapons, and everything. I thought it was pretty good. You know, for a beta, I thought it was just great. So maybe and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do some changes by the time the full game comes out, and everything is gonna be great, maybe a little better. I don't know, maybe they're gonna ruin it. I have no idea, but I have faith in these guys. They're gonna, you know, fix the game, the issues that you guys who played the first ones, because I think that's the biggest issue with Titanfall 2. You know, a lot of people are just too like, oh, I want it to be like Titanfall 1, and that's like the main complaint. Oh, Titanfall 1 was different in this aspect or this other aspect. I don't know about that because I don't really play. I didn't play the game, so I don't know. I can't complain or tell you anything about it. But from the point of view of like of a newcomer, right? Of a guy who never played Titanfall and just jump into this beta, I was blown away. Like, man, this game is awesome. I don't know how the first one could be better, but if it is better, it's just wow, you know. But it just felt nice and smooth. It was just awesome, and I like it. One thing I didn't like about this game is the whole like ending where the enemy tried to just go and, you know, live in the weird plane or whatever. You know, like if you finish the game's over. That's it. We won. That's it. You know, like nothing's gonna change, right? So to me, that's a little of a couple more minutes. Like, I don't know, it's kind of stupid, you know, that thing. But that's my only complaint I have to say here for Titanfall 2. Other than that, I just like it. I thought it was pretty good. If you watch any of my gameplays, Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever you want, I like infantry only. You know, I know vehicles are fun. I know flying planes and all that stuff is fun. Even in Call of Duty, my score streaks are the ones that I don't have to control. You know, I just call it in the UAV or whatever. I don't like, maybe what I use the RCXD, but most of them I don't use this. The helicopter you have to control everything. You know, just do the game, do it. Because I like to just be on foot. I like just to kill the enemy, watch those flanks, and do all those things. So this is why I love, you know, this pilot versus pilot. You know, just no weird. I know the bread and butter of this game is just the giant, you know, robots, and which it's pretty cool and it's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but I just like the infantry only. I think it's in my opinion, it's more skillful, you know, than just being sitting down in a tank or on a giant thing just getting the kills. So to me, just about infantry only, and flanking and all that stuff. So that's just that, you know, personal opinion. It's not wrong if you like being on a tank throughout the whole game. So, well, for me, I just think it's boring. But anyways, so if we compare these to a little bit with the Battlefield 4. I'm sorry, what am I saying? Battlefield 4. With the Battlefield 1, same snipers, people staying in the back, and not helping so much in the team. Although we're playing here TDM, which is great, no objective, so not really going to judge how these people would play. But we're gonna get some snipers over here. People just, like I said, stay in the back. That tower in the middle. People going all the way up there and just staying there through the whole game, just like they do in Battlefield 1 beta, staying in that middle. In the desert section, you know what I'm talking about, that huge piece of rock or whatever, with the snipers let you go really up there. Same thing, say snipers staying over there, so pretty much I do the same thing. The difference here is it's no vehicles, killing you. You don't have to worry about destroying vehicles. So in a way, it's easier to take care of these snipers when you don't have a tank shooting at you, or two, or even three, right? So so it's pretty good. But like I said, it's just very similar in ways. But also very different, different little things. The other one has you can ride a horse, and just like take your sword out and just go bananas, with the horse and all the stuff, which is pretty good. This one you don't have that, and very futuristic and very cool. I like the sounds. Sounds were just awesome in both games. But I don't have like maybe I'm forgetting something, but I don't have like a major complaint. I don't have anything to say like, man, this game sucks because of this and that. No, well, they're beta, so it's not like I can complain much. But from the point of view of a beta, I think both games run pretty well. Battlefield 1 had like a kind of rocky start with the servers issue, which kind of sucks. But for the most part, it's been playing pretty well, and it's pretty fun. Like I said, people just snipe over there in that tower, and it's just a little crazy. In both games, packed with snipers. But it just comes down in having fun and maybe finding a nice lobby, right, where people are motivated and just want to go and kill each other, and rather than just hide and just wait for those cheap kills, right? But that's the way it is. That's how people play. If people snipe and and camp and other stuff in Call of Duty, they want to do the same thing. Titanfall and Battlefield, they don't change the way they play for the most part. Whether they're playing an objective based game mode or not, they'll play the same way. They don't care. They just want to get the kills with the sniper rifle. And sometimes they win, sometimes, or most of the time they lose. I don't let them win because it's not fair. When you don't play the objective, it's not fair. But anyways, so like at this point, we just trying to get the kills kind of quick. We're about, let me see, 86-20 something, no, 86-70 something. It looked like it too. We're about 2 minutes left in this gameplay, and this guy sliding over there. That was pretty cool. So we just got some kills, and we had so much fun being kind of aggressive, but also taking our time to get the kills, making sure that we win. And everything was fun. Like I said, everything was fun in this beta, and I think they did a pretty good job. And it's just awesome. It's just awesome. Once again, if you compare these to maybe Titanfall 1, if you're like an old school Titanfall player, then yes, you may see something wrong. But if you put yourself once again in the shoes of trying the game for the first time, I think you have positive things to say about this game, and that's how I feel. I think it's just great, just awesome, and plays really well, and it was pretty fun. And looking forward to the full game, to the campaign. I'm crazy about campaigns, so if you like it, the campaign's awesome, and you can look forward to watch me play the campaign of this game, with face cam and all that stuff when the game comes out, because I love campaigns. They're pretty awesome. So the first one didn't have a campaign, and to me there's a big step forward, right? It's a big improvement in this franchise. Now we're gonna get the story on, or like a more deep story, and like what's going on and who we are and what's happening and why this and why that. So hopefully this guy did a great job with the campaign and giving us like memorable stuff, stuff that we're going to, man, this mission was awesome, right? And hopefully it's something like that. And I know it's futuristic, but just because it's futuristic doesn't mean it sucks, right? So once again, let's hope these guys got it together and made like a really good story, and everything is gonna be awesome. and once again it's a huge step forward in this franchise now with the campaign and multiplayer, and I think it's gonna be great. If you're like even a warfare, then you can always jump into Titanfall 2 and have a good time, or just stick with Battlefield 1. So to me it's just fun. Like I said, fun game, very cool stuff over here, pilot versus pilot. I like the guns, I like everything, and it's just pretty awesome for a beta. I think it's just perfect, and it was just pretty fun. So final score on this one is 20-5. We won on this one. Not the greatest, but we did decent, right? Better than most people. We did decent and get some kills, very few deaths, and this is what we like to do. And it was pretty awesome. But once again, I thought it was pretty good, and from the newcomer perspective, it's just great. So now we're gonna jump into Battlefield 1, and we're going to be defending. My previous Battlefield 1 video, I was attacking. Hopefully you watched the gameplay. If not, go and check it out. It was pretty awesome. And so I'm going to be defending. And alright, so let's talk about this gameplay. Battlefield 1. What's going to happen over here? What happened to this game? Is it good? I love it. I think it's great. It's got this Battlefield feel. It feels like awesome. As the chaos, the sounds and everything is just awesome. My first gameplays were a little like crazy because I was trying to make sure that you find my sensitivity, the perfect sensitivity. So once you adjust that, once you know a little bit of about the weapons, right? Because that was the first thing I'm like, in Battlefield 4, I know I said I wasn't going to compare, or at least the Battlefront. The weapons were different, more accurate, and deadly. You got like better stuff, right? Obviously, this is World War One, but in this one, everything's a little bit different, and like I said to myself, like, wow, this kind of sucks at first. I'm like, wow, which one is the good guns to destroy vehicles, and we don't have the RPG and what's all my stuff, that I'm used to, from Battlefield 4, for example, right? But no, it's just the same Battlefield, just old school stuff, and I think it's just great. Just like the previous gameplay or on Titanfall 2, you get the snipers in that little tower over there. I'm gonna call it tower because it's just like a tower. They're just made for snipers, which I think is pretty bad idea. But I think in this map, I hate this like desert section. But once you get to the part where like you got all the houses and stuff, it reminds me. I love the Gulmer Railway. The way they have the houses set up, the little huts or whatever set up, is very much like the Gulmer Railway from Call of Duty 4, and I like the part. So if you are attacking over here, will be the last two set of I was gonna say MCOMs. Can I call it MCOMs? Well, they're not MCOMs. They're like bomb sites. So, but I'm calling MCOMs because it's good. But anyways, yeah, the last set of bomb sites. That whole building area. That's just awesome. It's just very Gulmer Railway, very like Call of Duty 4, so they got the idea from it. You can tell. So it's just awesome. So yeah, the guns are really tricky. They're not that accurate as they were, obviously. I think the weapons for the medic are just man, a little tricky. But this is the difference between the Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 beta. In this one you got the vehicles, right? And obviously you want to take control of the vehicles and dominate the battlefield. And when people don't destroy the vehicles, then it's really difficult for you. That's just BS right there. I was shooting the guy and he survived. But anyways, if you destroy the vehicles, you are going to get dominated because they seem to be. People say they're a little OP, but maybe they are a little difficult to kill. But actually more difficult to kill if no one's actually trying to destroy them. So if you are the only one trying to destroy two vehicles, you're not going to do a great job. If your entire team is sniping, which is one of those things that in this game people seem to love like a lot, the whole sniping, because I don't know, maybe it's too easy compared to the other Battlefield games. I don't know, but there's a lot of snipers here and no one wants to help you destroy the vehicles. And if you play this beta as much as I do, that's true. It's just, unless you play with the party, right? But sometimes you don't play with the party. Sometimes your friends are busy, they're not online yet, right? And you want to jump into a few games and you play with randoms like I'm doing over here. and no one's providing ammo, no one is reviving. It's like, okay, so I'm pretty much like on my own here, and we'll see what we can do against all these vehicles. So to me, that's the biggest issue. If this was TDM, and I know I'm gonna get, people going crazy. I know this is Battlefield. This is all about rush and conquest, but there's a reason why I don't play these game modes anymore. Even though I love them, especially rush. It's my favorite game mode ever. It's so cool. It's because the way people play, for example, in this beta, it just, I know it's always been the whole play the objective situation. It's always been there, always, and always will, right? But um in games like this one, in maps like this one, with vehicles involved and all that stuff, a rush mode, it's just so difficult to do it when you got too many snipers on your team, and sucks. When the snipers on the enemy team, it's just easy. You just get a tank and then you just pin them down and you just arm the bombs or the M comes or whatever, and everything is great, and you're golden and you're gonna win the game, right? But when they're on your team, then you're in trouble, and then like you try to do everything. You're trying to defend the bombs, you're trying to destroy them, and it's like in some games you do it and you're the hero, but sometimes it's not gonna work, or most of the time it's not gonna work. You need some help, you need to get revived, you need some ammo. It's like so many things going on. So my point is, if this was TDM, for example, all these snipers will be a lot easier to kill. No vehicles involved would be a lot easier to handle the situations, but not, this is rush. So if people are not coordinating things, or at least trying to, right? Because I posted gameplays in Battlefield 4 where I only play with strangers, right? With random people, and they were just like so focused on capturing those flags in domination, which is what I like to play. It's just so focused, and everybody going after flags and reviving and providing ammo. There's a little something that people seem to forget in Battlefield 1, that you're a medic, revive people, also I saw some maybe not issue, but it seems like the mini map over here is a lot weird, because like in Battlefield 4, I know here I'm comparing, but this is one thing that I really notice a lot. In, for example, Battlefield 4, when you spot the enemy, you can see the orange triangle like really well. In this game, it sometimes it's kind of hard to see, unless like really close, unless it's really hard to see. It seems like in Battlefield 4 it's better, in my opinion, when it comes to spotting. Same thing, and what I was just talking about, the whole medi situation. You don't have like a really good indicator that your teammate is dead, so sometimes it's hard to see, who's dead or who needs to be revived. I've been in situations where like I see my teammate die, and I go with my syringe, and nothing's nothing's happened. So I don't know, I know it's a beta, and we talked about this in Titanfall 2 as well. It's a beta, but it's a bit more issues in this game. I know it has a lot more things going, more destruction, weather stuff going on, and everything, so yeah, a little bit more tricky. But yeah, that's one thing that I hope they fix for the final game. It's really hard to see who needs to be revived, and at least in my opinion, it just, I don't know, we need a better improvement, just like Battlefield 4 had. It's just like so much easier just to spot who needed to be revived and all that. So that's just me. But other than that, I think this game is pretty good. In Titanfall 2 we had more maps available in the beta, and I think that's made it less boring. Okay, so in the Battlefield 1 we only get one map. They were talking about, there was some talks of maybe adding another one, I don't know when, but yeah, just one map, and that's just really boring. Regardless of the game that you play, if you only play one map all the time, you'll get bored. And it kind of sucks. So I think that's one of the reasons why people just get bored with the game. Just playing the same map over and over again, it just gets like really frustrating and boring. But I mean, I like it. I thought it was pretty fun. Not the desert part, but after the desert, I think it's just so cool, and it will be amazing for rushing. If this map, let's say on domination or other game modes, it's just the other section, it will be just so cool for rushing, and it's going to be so much fun. So But yeah, we're gonna win this game. These guys couldn't. I'm just trying to destroy this tank. There you go. Everybody just trying to destroy. That's what I was talking about. You know, teamwork. Even if you play with randoms, teamwork. Anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Watch. I hope you enjoyed this double gameplay. And if you haven't, check out my channel, the videos, the custom zombies, Battlefield 1, Black Ops 3, and some other stuff that I post. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, later.